Episode 174.
Hello, Fanhua, guild leader of Moonlit Wheel.
Fanhua, the guild leader of Moonlit Round in District 10 and a friend of Tian Qi's crew, introduced himself with supreme confidence. Tian Qi and the others watched from a distance, tears streaming down their faces. The guild leader of Moonlit Wheel. Is that title supposed to be so impressive? Maybe Tian Qi and the others used to think that way, but ever since they met Brother Expert, their horizons have been raised to a whole new level. The three great guilds were nothing but passing clouds in their eyes, and the leaders of these small and medium guilds. They weren't even clouds that could pass by. Watching their guild leader, Fanhua, stand there proudly introducing himself, treating something others found rather embarrassing as a point of pride, he was only setting himself up for an even bigger fall. Ye Xiu greeted them casually.
Hey there. You're all friends, huh?
It wasn't even midnight yet, so not only were Tian Qi and Moonlight Slumber online, but Deep Cloud and Shallow Parting were too. These two were normal players. They only played a bit after dinner each day, so their levels gradually fell behind. Plus, they never got the chance to run dungeons with Brother Expert. They were feeling a bit left out.
Yeah, we go way back. Back in the days of the priest class.
After Fanhua rambled on, recounting their glorious past and building up the grand image of their Moonlit Wheel Guild in front of Ye Xiu, comrade Fanhua suddenly shifted gears.
You know. Bro, you're so skilled. Why haven't you joined the guild?
Our guild. I wasn't planning on joining one.
Couldn't find a good fit. Well, actually, why not come join our Moonlit Wheel Guild? Our Moonlit Wheel Guild has been in glory for several years now. One of the old school guilds. Well, we can't compare to some of the bigger guilds. But you know how it is. Those major guilds all have professional clubs back in them. Our regular player run guilds just can't reach that level. But if you take away all that professional level stuff, our Moonlit Wheel Guild is a name that truly commands respect.
Tears streaming down his face, Tian Qi was talking with a few others.
He's really trying to pull the expert! I was wrong. I should have dragged him into the dungeon with us in the early hours. Let him see how amazing Expert Brother really is. I bet he wouldn't be so full of himself after that.
Are you sure about that? Mu Yingshan said.
From what I know, the biggest thing about Fanhua is that he doesn't know his own limits.
轻怔了一些.
So even after witnessing Brother Expert's prowess, he'd only become more determined to recruit him.
Ah, right? The principle of a fine steed needing a fine saddle. You think he'd understand that? He's a poor kid raised on fairy tales, chasing after a beautiful princess. That's no pressure for him at all.
Sai, I know I'm the one who knows him. That's why I keep making excuses. But these guild guys are just too damn annoying. What can you do? I hope you don't mind, Brother Expert. Tian Qi and the others are in a tough spot.
It's like you meet a stunningly beautiful girl, and then your most lecherous, shameless friend pesters you relentlessly for an introduction. You couldn't block him, and you couldn't talk him out of it. So, you asked the pretty girl what she thought, then brought your friend over. Bringing him here, and then just washing your hands of it, it wouldn't be right. But that wasn't what Tian Qi and the others were worried about. Right now, this pretty girl of theirs was absolutely not someone a lecher could bully. They were only worried the pretty girl would kill the pervert, and then come for them next. After all, this wasn't some pretty girl. This was Brother Expert, already dominating the new server at a mere level 30. Listening to Wind Howl's blatant attempts at deception, Tian Qi and the others felt a mix of anger and amusement. To them, Fanhua's little tricks were on the level of luring a kid to look at goldfish. Using that to try and fool Brother Expert is like using a cannon to swat a mosquito. Isn't that just hilarious? And what's worse, Fanhua was so animated, completely oblivious to how foolish he looked. Tian Qi and the others wished they could crawl through the Ethernet cable to see what expression Expert Brother had on his face right now. They wondered if he was about to smash his computer. Meanwhile, Wind Howl continued his grand lecture on the game's in-game economy and even the benefits offered by the major guilds. He made joining a guild in-game sound like a matter of life and death, as serious as finding a new job. After all that grandstanding, Yeshu's final answer was cool and collected.
Running a dungeon with me comes with a fee.
Ah, Brother Expert, you're the best. Tianqi and the others nearly threw off their headsets to cheer. They realized they never should have worried about Brother Expert in the first place. What's that old goldfish's little trick supposed to be? It's utterly defenseless against a master like you.
As for the fee, that's easy to discuss. How much are we talking?
No money. Materials. Rare materials, or other things I might need.
Alright, so what do you need?
That depends on which dungeon you want to run. The Glazed Lands.
His own level was currently 30, which already placed him among the top-tier players. Of course, he couldn't compare to the elite squads from the big guilds who grinded 24/7. Ordinary players simply don't have the resources for that. The Glazed Lands? Yeshu hesitated for a moment here, because the materials he needed from this dungeon, he'd actually already earned them all during his practice matches with Team Tiny Herb. Every 1000 chance umbrella has already been upgraded to level 25, right? And for this next stage, we'll need all sorts of materials and equipment from level 30 to 40. Even though the players of Moonlit Wheel Guild were leveling up fast, they were still just a step behind Yeshu and his crew. They just hit level 30 today. Then they definitely can't have much in the way of stuff for levels 30 to 40. After a moment's thought, Yeshu gave this answer.
How about 4 pieces of the Crimson Moon set?
This should be fine, I think.
Fan He was also hesitating and considering the matter.
Clearly, in player-run casual guilds like theirs, the guild leader didn't have the same decisive authority as those in the big 3. Most guild leaders lacked any commanding presence. Instead, they served like public servants. It was a thankless task for the entire guild. But in the new server, they were facing a sea of rookies. In front of these greenhorns, the veterans still carried a bit of weight. But that little bit of clout isn't enough to just make someone hand over their gear for the guild's use. The Crimson Moon set is the 30-level Battle Mage's gear. In Glory, a character's equipment is divided into 6 slots: head, shoulders, chest, waist, legs, and feet. The Crimson Moon set is the most basic type of gear set. It's typically a 6-piece set, where every 2 pieces activate 1 layer of its set bonus. Then there are items like the vampire cloak Lord Grimm is currently wearing, along with rings, necklaces, and badges. These are considered accessory items. In Glory, the general rule is that worn gear boosts physical defense, while accessories boost magical defense. But accessory gear isn't like armor, which has cloth, leather, mail, heavy, and plate categories with completely different tiers of defense. For armor, each class just needs to find the type they're proficient in. As for accessories, players must mix and match according to their own needs. For players at level 30, it's not yet time to be picky about accessories, but a full set of class-specific gear can significantly boost their capabilities. Given the current habits of Glory's players, from level 30 onward, players start gunning for their class-specific gear. Those with the means swap gear every 5 levels, those without every 10. Anyone who doesn't bother at all just doesn't know how to play. They're just getting carried all the way up